The day she made the offer, everything changed, but not in the way she expected. It was a cold evening in Toronto, the kind where the wind slips through your coat and reminds you how alone you really are. Daniel stood outside a small grocery store, holding 2 paper bags in one hand and his youngest daughter's tiny mitten in the other. His 2 girls, Emma and Lily, were laughing about something only children could find funny, their voices soft but full of life. To anyone passing by, it looked like a simple, happy moment. But Daniel's eyes carried a weight no one could see. A year ago, his wife had passed away after a long illness. Since then, he had been both mother and father, working double shifts as a mechanic while trying to raise his daughters with the same warmth their mother once gave them. Every day felt like a test of patience, strength, and love. That's when a sleek black car pulled up beside the sidewalk. A woman stepped out, dressed in a long coat that probably cost more than Daniel earned in a month. Her name was Victoria Hala, well-known businesswoman, respected, powerful, and undeniably wealthy. But her eyes, despite everything she had, seemed just as tired as his. She had seen him before. Every evening, the same routine, the same quiet struggle, the same gentle way he spoke to his daughters. That night, something pushed her to walk over. "I've been watching you," she said, her voice calm but direct. Daniel stiffened, instinctively pulling his daughters a little closer. "I hope that doesn't mean anything bad." She shook her head. "No. It means I see something rare. You're doing this alone, and you're doing it well." He gave a small, tired smile. "I don't know about well. I just don't have a choice." There was a pause. The wind picked up, and for a moment, the world felt still. Then, she said it. "Marry me, and I'll help you raise your daughters." The words hung in the air, heavy and unexpected. Daniel blinked, unsure if he had heard correctly. Emma looked up at him, confused. Lily squeezed his hand. "Victoria," continued, her tone steady but not cold, "I don't mean this like a fairy tale. I mean it practically. I have resources, time, stability. Your daughters would have opportunities, security, and you wouldn't have to carry everything alone anymore." For a moment, it almost sounded like a solution, like an escape from the constant pressure, the sleepless nights, the quiet fear of failing his children. But Daniel didn't answer right away. Instead, he looked down at his daughters. Emma's hair was messy from the wind. Lily's mitten had a small tear at the thumb. They didn't have much, but they had him. And more importantly, they had love. He slowly exhaled. "You're offering something generous," he said. "More than most people ever would." Victoria nodded slightly, expecting him to accept. After all, who wouldn't? But then he looked back at her and his answer changed everything. "I can't marry someone for